Cool. Good morning, Randy. I know that you teach special needs kids using drums as a vehicle, and I've heard that you were really great. In fact, I saw one parent and she was singing your praises. It's amazing. She called you a cornucopia of wonderfulness. But tell me, how did you get started in such an unusual profession?
Well, Bill, I did a little paraproing. I was an aide in the special needs classrooms in the school system, and I also have challenges of my own in the areas of learning and what would be called learning disabilities. And I had a passion to play music all my life. I was told by 3 teachers I would never learn to play because I was unable to do the processing to read music. My eyeball and brain just did not tango together. So it was a passion of mine when I started working in the school system to see if music would impact these children and if they would be able to actually plug into their own inborn rhythms and musicalness and express themselves that way.
Okay, now tell me, how long not how long have you been doing this, but how many former students do you have? Do you have 10? Do you have 100? Do you have 1,000?
I've worked with 8 students, everything ranging from diagnoses of autism, spina bifida, ADHD, brain injuries, and cerebral palsy. And I found that drums are a wonderful vehicle for self-expression, for confidence gaining, for integrating right and left brain, and hopefully for increasing verbal skills and communication. To experience these students' impact on their own atmosphere by the rhythms and the music that comes out of them.
Now, do they just beat wildly on the drums, or can they actually play a recognizable beat?
They are playing recognizable beats, rhythm patterns. They're expressing themselves in that way, in a conscious but very spontaneous way, on full drums, on Latin percussion, which is congos and bongos, maracas, djembe, which is an African drum, and we interact together, so we're actually jamming the way the most professional musicians play, and we're playing these beats together, and they're integrating and really experiencing themselves as a part of a larger picture musically.
Now, if we had a professional group that worked with special need kids that wanted you to demonstrate your out-of-the-box techniques, and they wanted you to come to another city, another state to do a presentation, how could they get in touch with you?
Well, they can certainly call me on my direct line, which is area code 678-918-9900. That's 678-918-9900, or my cell phone, which is area code 678-778-9711. They can email me at randygould3@gmail.com. That's Randy, R-A-N-D-I, Gould, G-O-U-L-D, and the number 3@gmail.com. And I'd be happy to talk to them about their special needs person, offer a free lesson to see if this is something that their loved one immediately would plug into and enjoy. And they'll be able to tell in the first 30 seconds to 2 minutes if this is something that would benefit their child or adult in their family.
Thank you, Randy Gould. Now, hey, would you give me that phone number just once more, that main number?
The main number is 678-918-9900.
Thank you. Randy Gould, they tell me that you teach drums. You know, I've heard of people who can do and people who can't teach. Let me see how well you can play the drums. Randy Gould, do it for me. Randy Gould. Now, one of the things that I'd like to ask is, if I have a special needs kid, why should I call you to get involved in teaching my special needs kids music rather than somebody else? Why should I call Randy Gould?
I've got a very huge passion for seeing kids that have been quote-unquote diagnosed with disabilities, and my passion is to plug in to their abilities that are natural, God-given, and inborn, and draw those out with enthusiasm and joy, and see them love what they can do.
Right, I saw one of the testimonies, and one of the parents was just screaming your praises, talking about how much the kid enjoyed and how you always have a smile on your face. How can you explain that smile all the time?
I think a thrill for me is that I get to bypass all of the things that maybe the world considers important. I get to bypass all of the pretense and all of the structured learning and plug into really the essence of where that human being is. And for me, that's joy. Makes me smile.
Cool.
Nice and early.